Sandy and I had been married since 1962, and I had worked out a bisexual agreement when I realized quite a ways into the marriage that I was bisexual, and we had lived within that agreement for years. So when I was 50 years of age in 1988, a friend from my seminary days came back into my life. Michael was both an archaeologist and an Old Testament professor in a seminary, but he and I had been seminary students together, and he was asked to come back to Chicago to work with a museum that had artifacts that had never been explained. So he was going to spend a whole year working for that museum here in Chicago. After he was here a week or so and had gotten settled and had an apartment, we set a date to go. It happened to be a autumn day to go walking in a beautiful park together, and we hadn't seen each other in years. And we just connected, and so that turned out to be the beginning of a series of sexual experiences. By the time that year was over, we were very, very close. Now, I continued to have outside relationships with other gay or bisexual men, and he continued to have some with other, mostly gay men. We also set aside time to be together every year. And he loved going to Niagara on the lake, where there's a Shaw Festival. So that became an annual ritual that we go together there. Eventually, in Sandy and my story, Sandy requested that I only have gay sex with Michael. It felt to me like that's certainly the most important gay experience I have, even if it only happens a couple times a year that we're together. That can be okay, because it's the most meaningful and deep one. So I made a new agreement with Sandy that I would not have sex with any man except Michael. So I've been reconnected with Michael for 30 years, but in the last 10 or so have been Michael's been the only man I've been sexually involved with. And I feel very okay with that. It works for him, and it helps Sandy to feel safer. She knows he's absolutely trustworthy, that he would not do anything to jeopardize our health or anything to hurt our marriage. Sandy and I both love travel, but every little while I'll want to go someplace and Sandy isn't interested in that place at all, and I'll go with Michael. So our relationship has been, a lot of it has been around traveling together in countries like Japan that Sandy had no interest in. You have to be who you really are. If you're trying to pretend to be someone other than who you are, then it's not going to be an intimate relationship. And if you're in a gay bar and you are afraid you won't get picked up unless you pretend to be gay, that can work for a certain level, but eventually you've got to tell the person you're with that you're bi in order for you to be there. And everything less than that is sort of superficial.